This is Minister J.C. Yarday with Rising Hope Ministries, and this is Rising Hope Ministries informational for the Release Cruise 2021. There I am. There I go. This is information about our cruise in which we are which we have planned. We have made some changes to this cruise. We're still going to be on the Royal Caribbean, but we have changed ships and we have changed destinations and we have changed dates and times. So, brothers and sisters, this information, the information that we are going to be giving you today is about this cruise, and we're going to give you some information on some things that you may need or you may want to know about when it comes to some things that you may want to know about when it comes to cruising if you've never been on a cruise before. If you've been on a cruise before, we'll give you the information that you would need in order to make this happen. I just see Minister Tony just popped on in. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and bring him into the picture. Hold on 1 second, Tony. Da, da, da. I gotta make it so you can fit on the screen, and I gotta use my best judgment. Don't know how good that is, but we shall see. There we go, and let's see here. Still a little bit big. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, man. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Still trying to fit you onto the screen. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah, hold on. I got something going on here too. Hold on. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, so we'll wait for Minister Tony to come back into. Let me at least get him into position. There we go. I think that'll work for him. I put him down there in the corner. Okay, there we go. So we have Minister Tony. Hopefully, Bishop can make it, and we're going to talk a little bit about this cruise, some of the changes we made to the cruise. As you know, back in November and December, we were promoting this cruise. It was going to be a cruise, a 4-day cruise to the Bahamas, but now we have made some changes so that this would be a little bit more economical and a little bit better, and we're going to go and see some more things. The cool thing about a cruise is when you go on a cruise, you just don't go to one destination, you can go to multiple destinations. And so we want you to have the full cruise experience. The reason why we're calling this the release cruise of 2021 is because 2020 was that year. It was that year that took us through a whole lot of stuff. It was that year that, we didn't know what was going on. The stress levels were high, all that kind of good stuff. But we are now into 2021. We're at the beginning of 2021, and we still have to deal with the lagging things of 2020. But once we get through those lagging things, we should be good to go. This is not the time for you to get sad, get depressed, give up. I've seen on there on Facebook with a lot of different situations where you guys are getting depressed because things aren't going your way. The state system is still being slow with relief and all that kind of good stuff. Listen, brothers and sisters, you made it through 2020. God did not bring you this far now to abandon you. So continue holding on, and that's even more of a reason to rest, relax, and release on this cruise in 2021. What do you say to that, Tony?
Yeah, I mean, look, how long are you going to have this pity party for yourself? I mean, I get it. I know things are rough and there's a lot going on, but I'm 38 years old, man, and I've had my share fair rough in 38 years, and a lot of things have went on 38 years, and I'm still here through it. You understand what I'm saying? So this thing is bigger than the pandemic. This is your mindset here. When are you going to allow your mind to stop being trapped by all the stuff that they're feeding you? You see what I'm saying? If you allow your mind to be fed all of these negative thoughts and emotions, guess what? That's going to be a product of your life. So you have to make a decision that, you know what, no more. I'm going to go forward. I don't care what they say. I don't care what the circumstance is. I'm going to go do what God said I could do. And that's really what matters at the end of the day, is doing what He said you could do. But you got to believe that, though.
Yeah, I mean, you really do have to believe. So let's get into this. Let's talk about some of the changes that we have made into 2020. Tony, I have you in the wrong spot, so give me 1 second. I'm going to I'm going to first take you off the screen, and then I'm going to move you into the upper corner, and that way, there we go. That way, we can get the words on the screen and have you on the screen as well. There we go. And now you're small. And bring it down. There we go. All right, guys. So the first, we have made some changes. This is going to be, instead of just going to one destination, we are going to 3 destinations. Let me put a background in there that is a little bit better. There, we can see that. So the first thing, instead of leaving on June 7th, we are leaving on June 27th. That's a Sunday. We'll be leaving on June 27th out of the port of Miami. However, we will be going to Labadee, Haiti. We'll be going to Falmouth, Jamaica. We'll be going to Georgetown, Grand Cayman Islands, and we'll be returning back to Miami. Man, you need to come. We're going to go to Jamaica, have a good time in Jamaica. When you look at Labadee, Haiti, you think a poor third world nation. Listen, Haiti has some of the most beautiful sceneries around in the world. When you know that we all seen that the movie Jurassic Park, not the first one, the last set of ones like Jurassic World. Some of those scenes were shot in the Caribbean. Some of them were shot there in Labadee, Haiti. So when you're looking at backgrounds and you're looking at a lot of stuff that is going on in there, that's what you're looking at. The island is a beautiful island, and there is still culture and things there that we can take part of. And of course, we're talking about Jamaica. This is Jamaica. We're gonna go and spend a full day in Jamaica. Man, what more do you want? A full day in Jamaica. Get some of that real authentic jerk chicken. Get some of that real Jamaican cuisine. Hear some real calypso. Like there's fake calypso, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know, you got to get in there and have that vibe, have that thing going. So we're there in Jamaica, and then after Jamaica, we're going to the Grand Cayman Islands. Also, another set of beautiful islands there in the Caribbean, and then we come back to Miami on that Saturday. If you notice, this is Saturday, so you're gonna have 6 full nights on this cruise. And let me say this: the reason why we chose Royal Caribbean, because service-wise, there is nothing better out there. To me, we have sailed on Royal Caribbean. We have sailed on Carnival Cruise Lines. We have sailed on um, uh, Norwegian. And out of those three, and those are the three big ones. I know MSC, they're kind of new. There's some other ones out there, but these are the three major ones. Out of the three, my personal favorite is Royal Caribbean. The people who clean your rooms, they take the time to get to know your name. They get to know you. They're going to set your room up how you want to set your room up. It is service above and beyond. Your waiters, when you go to the formal dining, they get to know you, your likes. A quick story: the first time we went cruising on our honeymoon, my wife and I, those the that waiter got to, by the time we sat down, he already had our drinks out, he had our favorite breads in the bread basket. They get to know and they get to cater to what you would like. Now, I'm not going to say that's going to happen all the time, because the last time we went, they didn't necessarily do that. But get this, my mom is a very, very particular in what she wants to eat. And at that time, she was going through her, I'm just going to eat salmon and quinoa. Salmon and quinoa, that's all I want. And I want a raspberry vinaigrette. Get this, on Royal Caribbean, by the second night, they didn't even give my mom a menu. They just brought her out salmon, quinoa, and raspberry vinaigrette. I mean, you can't beat that kind of level of service. And so that's why we picked Royal Caribbean. We're gonna have a great time, brothers and sisters out there. You deserve to pamper yourself, and you are going to get pampered on the Royal Caribbean ship. So come and join us as we set sail to Labadee, Haiti, Falmouth, Jamaica, Georgetown, Grand Cayman Islands, and we return back home to Miami. Before we go any further, for those of you who are listening to us on our live podcast, you can hit hashtag RHM 2021 and ask any question that you may. It will pop up. Go to Twitter and put in hashtag RHM 2021, and you may listen to. You may ask your questions, and while we're live, we will respond to those questions. Get this though, for those of you who are on iHeartRadio, for those of you who are going to listen to this after we go off live, if you do that hashtag, it will still show up in our Twitter feed, and I will respond to you with the answer. We're not in all of our Facebook groups because I want to respect some of the rules about self-promotion. This is a promotion that we are doing, so we didn't get out there in all our Facebook book groups. There was a couple that I put that we were able to get into. So for those of you who are listening in the Facebook group, if you are asking a question and you do not see it pop up on the screen, you are going to have to get out of that group, come to Rising Hope Ministries Facebook page, and you can ask your question there, and we will respond to it forthwith. For those of you who are watching us on YouTube, because we're live on YouTube now as well, and on Twitch, use your chat to ask your questions, and we will make sure to answer your questions as we see them pop up. So let me also get this out of the way. We do have some cabins available, and the prices that I'm about to give you does include your port fees and your taxes, and so those are included. Because of the rate that we have from Royal Caribbean on our group rate, if for whatever reason you cannot go, you will get a refund. We have that built into the price. If you cannot go for whatever reason and you need a refund, you can get a refund. You will get refunded 100% of your money. No penalties or anything like that on this group rate. So we have balconies. 2 adults, 2 children could go in one room. A balcony is $893.90 per person. $893.90 per person. We have 2 sets of inside cabins. One is $526 per person, and the other one is $547 per person. And we are going to make these changes on our website within the next 24 to 48 hours, so you guys can get this information and mull it over, think about it, pray about it. And now, as of right now, it's $100 per person deposit if you want to partake and reserve your spot. It's $100 per person deposit, and then you can make payments on the balance as we go on. But the balance still needs to be paid off by May 14th. By May 14th, the full balance needs to be paid off. But we can discuss that and see if everything will work. Definitely get in contact with us. And you can, if you want to book, and since we're on Facebook Live right now, if you want to book, send me a DM message how to contact you, either via email or your phone number through the DM. Do not put it on screen. Do not put that on the screen. Through a direct message, either put your email address or your phone number, and I will contact you, and then we can start working out those details and see if we can make that work for you, book you. You will get your reservation number. You will get your tickets tonight if you want to book tonight. And so that's what this whole informational is about. We're going to spend 6 days sailing the Caribbean, giving God praise. We're going to spend 6 days sailing the Caribbean, praying to God, and we're going to spend 6 days sailing the Caribbean, partying with God. And guess what? Mr. Exclusive himself is going to be there, and he is going to make sure we have a very good time. So Tony, what are you looking forward as we getting ready to go on this cruise? What's one of the things that you are looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to the whole experience. I've never been on one, so everything about it is what I'm looking forward to. I don't have anything specific. First of all, I'm not really a water person. It's cool and all of that, but I'm not really that excited about water. I'm not afraid of it. It just doesn't excite me like that. But I do like different experiences, so I just want to go experience everything and have memories, because that's what life is about, is making good memories, man. So I just want to go make good memories, have a good time, and hopefully change some lives in the process.
You know what? I'm so glad that you said that you're not a water person, and let me speak to those of you who are out there who don't think that a cruise is a good idea. I've heard all the analogies. I've heard all the jokes. You can't drink that much water. What happens if this happens? What happens if that happens? Listen, the cruise ships of today are very, very, very well equipped. Um, they're very well equipped, and they're set up very nice. I know we've all heard stories about people cruise a ship full of cruise people getting sick and things like that. It's not the coronavirus; it's the novel virus. Basically, it's the flu on the seas. It's dealing with. Hey, Mother Faison. Mother Faison says it's a great experience. Let me bring Tony back up. There we go. Good evening, Mother Faison. And it is a great experience. And here's the thing about the cruise. Let me put this background back up, because when you go on the back of a ship and it's sailing and it's actually moving, this is what you actually see. This is not hyperbole. This isn't. This is one of the coolest things, as those engines are turning underneath the water. It does leave that stream right there. And believe it or not, a sunrise and a sunset on the cruise is one of the most awesome things that you can actually see on the cruise, as you see the sun go down beyond the horizon. And as it goes down beyond the horizon, the sky changes colors, and you get a whole rainbow of colors. It is, and last year, a lot of the pictures that you have seen, especially for the morning prayer and the evening prayer, those were actually real pictures from my time on a cruise, and those were some of the sunset and some of the sunrise scenes that we have seen. And the last cruise that I was on, believe it or not, I saw a purple sunrise, and I have the pictures to prove it. A purple sunrise. Those are some of the most incredible things. You get to see the glory of God literally on a cruise, especially in the sunset and the evening times. Also, another awesome thing about a cruise is a full vacation in one. You're just not getting on a ship or a boat and just sitting down there twiddling your thumbs. Royal Caribbean has some of the best um, shows on the seas, and these are Broadway caliber shows that you will see on the seas. And to be honest with you, like I said, we've been on Carnival, we've been on Norwegian, we've been on Royal Caribbean. I really haven't seen a bad show yet on any one of those. And what I'd like to do now, I'm going to let all three of us disappear here for one moment. I'm going to play a 30-second clip of what the ship that we're on, Independence of the Seas, and I have a clip what that ship is like. And so here we go. Yeah, I mean, one of the most, like, that scene right there, Mother Faison, that, I mean, I would love to I would love to say I captured that one. I didn't capture that one, but I would, with my camera, I would capture a scene like that. But here's a clip of Independence of the Seas by Royal Caribbean. There you go, there you go, there you go. That's Independence. Listen, the Independence of the Sea, when my wife and I sailed on it, did not have the slide on the top of it. It did not have the trampolines on the top of it. This ship has been refitted and redesigned to provide more fun, more excitement while sailing. And there's a lot of things to do on cruise days, but not only does Royal Caribbean provide a lot of things, during cruise days, we have a lot of things planned. With Bishop Byron Curry, we're going to have morning meditation. Right after morning meditation, we're still going to have morning prayer. We're also going to have Let's Talk. We're also going to be providing Kingdom Party with Mr. Exclusive himself. There's a lot of things that we have planned so that you guys can have fun on this ship. Even on sail days. So, let's talk about the documents that you need, because I think one of the biggest myths when you're talking about cruising, because we're going to international destinations, we are going out of the country, we are going to Jamaica, we are going to Haiti. So one of the things that people will ask me a lot is, I don't have a passport, can I still cruise? Yes, I pulled this directly off of Royal Caribbean's website, so this is still ongoing, and this is still happening, and we know that it's still happening. Let me do it like this. There we go. Let me bring this down. There we go. So, if you are a U.S. citizen, all you would have to need, if you do not have your passport, if you are a U.S. citizen and you do not have your passport, you can still sail on the cruise without your passport. You would need your original birth certificate, not a copy, not a scanned copy. You're going to actually need your physical, real birth certificate. You can order one online, and it usually takes anywhere between 7 to 10 days. So if you want to go on this and you don't know where your original birth certificate is, order it, it costs anywhere between $5 to $20, depending on the state and the service that you use, and you should be able to receive it within 5 to 10 business days, and you will be able to go on there. You need your original birth certificate and a valid U.S. ID, driver's license, identification card, and your birth certificates. Please note, I'm reading this right now. Please note, hospital birth certificates, baby feet certificates are not acceptable. They're not acceptable. Don't try it. Well, it's a birth certificate from the hospital. No, it needs to come from the state. I need you to understand that it needs to come from the state. Of course, passports are acceptable as well. You can bring those. That will definitely get you on. Passports are a lot simpler, a lot easier. For children, who are traveling with you who are under 16 years old, this is what they will need. Let me go ahead and bring that one down. Okay, they need to be, of course, U.S. citizen, and you need to have their birth certificate as well. Now, let me say this. For those of you who have been divorced and got remarried, and the name is different, the child's last name is different, you have to use the name that, not your new married name. You have to use the name that the child was given on his birth certificate. If you have been divorced and remarried, you need to have your original marriage certificate or your divorce certificate if you go back to your maiden name. If it's anything different, and let me say this: when you're booking and you have a child, do not get mad with me if I keep on asking you the name of your child over and over again. It's important that whatever name that we put into the system is the name that is on the birth certificate. He or she will not be able to sell if the names are different because you forgot. You need to know that the name that is on the birth certificate needs to be the same name in the system at the time of booking. I just need to I need to make that very, very clear. This is for children who are 16 years and under. It's very important. Okay, so after booking, you will get an email from us. That email will contain a lot of information. Please read that email. Do not disregard it. Please read that email. That email will have all your information that you need in order to complete what Royal Caribbean will require of you. You can register online, and you can check yourself in online before you get to the port. You need to do that. Also, once you register yourself online, you'll be able to print out your luggage tags. Your luggage tags are very important. You need to have them on your luggage by the time you get to the port, because when you get to the port and you get off from the shuttle, or you meet a porter, you give your bags to them, and you go in. You're going to go in to get on the ship. Your luggage is going to stay outside. You're not going to travel with your luggage. If you have like 3 big luggages, you're not going to travel with them everywhere you go. They stay outside with the porter, and your luggage tags tells the porter what room you're going to be in, and they know what room to leave your bag. They're not going to open your door and put it in there, but they're going to leave your bags in front of your cabin when it's time for us to get to the cabin. So make sure that once you book your cruise with us, we're going to send you an email. The email is going to come from Royal Caribbean. You need to open that email, register, do your check-in, take your pictures, do all of that good stuff, and be ready. Print out your tags, print out your luggage tags, put it on the luggage, and be ready to go. We do have to put a little bit of work in, but once you do that little bit of work, it makes it so much simpler, so much smoother once you get to the ports. And lastly but not least, check-in procedures. So, brothers and sisters, when you book with us, this leaves on Sunday the 27th. We're going to come in early. Tony, myself, and Bishop, more likely we're going to be in there a day early. We're going to set up a hotel where we're going to all meet and then have the hotel take us to the port. However you get there, it's fine. You don't have to stay at the hotel that we're going to be staying at. But we will have that hotel information for you. Once you get to the port, the check-in procedures are very simple. Have your boarding documents. That's your paperwork that we send you. You're going to have to print that out and bring that with you. If you have your passport, that's what you're going to need. If you don't have your passport, you're going to have your ID and your birth certificate, original birth certificate. Guys, I have to say this. And make this really plain. You can't say you didn't know. They will not allow you to sell if you do not have an original birth certificate. Yes, I'm telling you this. You're not going to be able to sell. And at this point, at the point of you trying to get it on the ship and they're not going to let you sell, you're not getting your money back. It's too late. It's that's the one thing that you're not going to get a refund because you didn't have your original birth certificate. You have to have that original birth certificate. There is no substitution. There is none. You have to have that original birth certificate. So that is once you get. I'm sorry. Let me finish the check-in process. Once you get up there, we have a certain time that we need to check in by. We check in, and get this: you're not going to get on the ship and go directly to your room. You're going to get on the ship as they are loading the bags and they're doing the final checks and everything like that. 9 times out of 10, the buffet will be open. You get to go around, explore the ship while it's docked up, and right before sailing, we're leaving at 4:00. So right around maybe 3:30, 3:45, they say you can get into your room. You can go get in your room, unpack your bags. But I'm telling you, about 5:00, 5:15, they have to do a safety drill, and they'll tell us where to go. Everybody will meet up for the safety drill, and then after that, it's all ours. The ship is ours. We're gonna have a meet and greet on the very first night on the ship. We're gonna have an itinerary for our group only. You're also going to get some t-shirts. You're going to get some swag. We got a lot of things planned on this trip, but this is the trip. We're not changing it. We're not making anything. Before, I believe the last trip was $830 for the perfect day at Coco Cay. This trip is $893. You're getting an extra day, and you're going to 3 different locations. We're going to Lababi, Haiti. We're going to Falmouth, Jamaica, and we're going to the Grand Cayman Islands, St. George, Grand Cayman Islands. And each one of those stops, we're going to have a full day at each one of those stops. So, Tony, with you being a brand new cruiser, you're being a brand new sailor, do you have any questions on what I just said?
Man, let me explain something to you about me, JC. When I go do something new, I just go do it. I know what was said, and I just go do it. You know what I mean? I don't have time for a bunch of questions because you know what I find out with a bunch of questions? Ain't nothing wrong with asking questions. I'm just talking about me personally. I'll talk myself out of doing something. You see what I'm saying? That I probably would have enjoyed doing. So I hear what's going on. Okay, that makes sense. And if I don't want to be involved in the area, I ain't got to be involved in it. I can pick and choose, make my decision what I want to do when I get there. But I'm not going to put something in my brain that's going to stop me from going. So I'm on the way right now already,
I got you. So, brothers and sisters out there who are listening, I hope you are if you have any questions, please post them at this time. We're going to hang out here for a couple of minutes for any questions that you may have. And if not, we are going to do this again. We're going to do this a few times. Listen, cabin space is limited. And I don't know if you know this or not. This is also a good thing about Royal Caribbean. Even though the United States says that it's okay for the cruise ships to sell out, Royal Caribbean is not selling. To one, because they don't feel it's safe because of the coronavirus. Two, they're going through and making sure that every one of their employees are trained with the new protocols because of the coronavirus. And then three, they want to make sure that the guests are feeling safe and they're having a good time and not worrying about the coronavirus or anything like that. And they're also meeting the CDC standards. I just got an email that all cruises from I think March until April have been canceled. And so when they cancel the cruises like that, they'll give 125% in cruise credits. So all those people who are booking because they had cabin fever because of coronavirus, they're going to be looking for another trip to go on. This ship is going to fill up quickly. So you're going to want to hold your spot. You're going to want to get in and book your space in right now while there's still room available. There is limited cabin space left. So we encourage you to book sooner than later. I can't wait, Tony.
I know you're excited, man. I'm excited too. Like I said, I'm just a go person. You know what I mean? As long as we're planning it out, then I'm a go person. Don't call me. I ain't talking about, hey, we're going on a cruise next week. But guess who ain't going? Plan this thing out, map it out. It's well put together. So I know everybody's going to have a wonderful time. Don't stress yourself out. About what you can and can't do. If you can, great. If you can't, great. But don't stress yourself out. You got something to do, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to see you do it. I got something to do. Minister JC has something to do. You know what I mean? So keep in mind that God has a move on your life right now. And you got to move in that direction. The only way to move in that direction is faith. Whatever you decide to do, make sure you check in with him first, so he can give you some clarity on the situation. Because if you do something and you don't have any peace about it, it's normally not the right thing to do. So just take your time, do what you need to do, consult with God. And if he's showing you something, if he's giving you a vision, trust that there's provision for that. Don't just go off doing stuff because it shows you a vision. He's going to show you how to get to that vision, and the provision on his path is going to be available. So, I mean, nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? You're not going to hit it every time, but those times that you don't hit it, just make sure that you're attentive to his voice. And he said, "Okay, I got you." And you just keep going and keep rolling, and everything's gonna be all right. I got a great feeling about this year. Everything's gonna be all right. So, y'all just take your time, be patient, and listen, ask him, listen, ask him, listen, ask him. We talked about getting away from all the noise last year, so I'm not repeating that again. Yeah, listen and ask him. You already know what to do at this point. Now we're going to show you how to make this vision a real deal in your life, because it's already real. It's already here. You just got to find your way to it, So let this
Yeah,
be the beginning of your journey.
yeah, I agree with that. I understand that it's tense right now. And guys, do not give up hope. Do not, do not. You know, we came into 2021 excited because it was 2021. It had nothing to do with 2020. We were excited about that. Um, and
Hold on, Jesse. Let me tell you what's funny about that. People were so ready to get rid of 2021 as if the coronavirus didn't carry right over to January 1st, 2021.
I,
They were so ready to get rid of the January 2020. I can't be so glad with 2020 over. And the same thing that was in 2020 is in 2021. And we're not saying the same circumstance. What I'm saying is, I hope they got a different mindset about it. You know what I'm saying? If you carry it over the same mindset, you're going to continue to get the same results. So it's not about what's out here in the atmosphere or what's going on inside of your home. It's about the mindset that you have about all of this stuff that's going to get you through and take you to the next level.
yeah, I agree with that. Hey, brothers and sisters, do not give up. You know, God's still bringing you through. You know, the best thing I can say to you about that is when you look at the story about Peter walking on water. You know, he got out of the boat and he was so happy to be walking on water. He was so happy to see Jesus. But when you look at that story and you analyze that story just a little bit longer, you realize the closer he got to Jesus, the stronger the storm got, the harder the wind blew, the larger the waves got. And he started looking at the waves and feeling the wind, and he got scared. And then that's when he began to sink, and he cried out to Jesus for his help. And he was so close to Jesus that the Bible says all he had to do is reach out. Listen, you are so close to completing this journey and this cycle. Do not give up now. Continue holding on. Continue pressing your way forward. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But once you make your way through it, man, not only will you be able to praise God, not only will you be able to just take a big sigh of relief, now your prayers are going to be a little bit different. They're going to be a little bit happier. They're going to be a little bit more meaningful because of everything that you've been through. And that's a praise God moment. And that's why we're making this part of our praise, prayer, and party package. Because, man, let's just have a good time with God on this cruise. Let's praise God for what He's done, what He brought us through. Not only March of 2020. Look. Get this, Tony. And this is what just hit me in my spirit, right? The coronavirus didn't start in January 1st of 2020. It didn't affect us until March of 2020.
Nah,
Why
you
is
know, even that they downplayed it in November and December of 2019. It
yeah.
was out there. It's been out there.
And so, brothers and sisters, you will make it through this. Keep on holding on. Keep on pressing your way through. And then once you get it through, once you make it through the other side, pamper yourself. Not only pamper yourself, but pamper your family. And this is the last thing I'll say about the cruise too. You know why the cruise is one of the best vacations, Tony? I guarantee you're gonna go on this cruise. If you're frugal like me, I'm not gonna say cheap, but if you're frugal like me, you're gonna love cruising. There's no other way to vacation after you go on a cruise. Why is that? It's all you can eat. It's all you can go to the buffet. You can have a buffet style dinner, or you can eat and have a 5 star. Listen to me, a 5 star dinner, and it's well made. You're gonna listen to shows. You're gonna watch shows. You're gonna watch a comedy show. You can see a show on an ice rink. You can play basketball. You can. There's so much to do on this one vacation that why would you go and spend $1,000 for a hotel room, $200 to eat out every night, and then you still have to pay for your shows, and it's all included in your $890 per person. Get that. All that's included in your 890, and it's high quality. You get service. You get pampered. This is a way for you. Why are you laughing?
You said high quality, and I'm so off subject, but I thought about the word boy, high quality H2O.
The
I'm
water
sorry,
boy. Nah.
high quality H2O. So it's gonna be some
Hey,
high quality H2O there, I'm sure.
hey, Mother Faison. He gonna learn today, right? He when he get on that cruise, he gonna say, "Mama, why you ain't tell me it was like this?" And you're gonna say, "Son, I've been trying to tell you, but you did. You just can't." I mean, a cruise is definitely an experience. Everyone, a cruise
See,
is.
that's the thing. See, I ain't never turned the cruise down. I just ain't never been out. I ain't never been gung ho to go. So it ain't been like a planned thing to go. Somebody said let go. I just I'm just not gonna plan to go myself because I ain't a work person. Somebody say let's go, I'll go.
Yeah,
so
well,
so
yeah.
you know,
Back in the day, cruises were for the high and mighty, the rich and the powerful. Hey, the cruise is for everyone.
that
God has
that's
made it.
that's the problem too. I don't even think it's changed that much, JC. I just think that we lack so much knowledge about some stuff that we let people talk us out of even looking into it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that costs this and cost that. So you say I can't afford that. I ain't go to school where they went to school at. I don't work where they work, so I don't need to be looking at that cruise when it's just as affordable for you as it was for them. It might be hurting them more than it hurt you.
I mean, the reality of it is, and if we go along that, let's go along that track, right? The reality of it is, it's the reason why rich people stay rich, right? Because again, we're so used to going to a resort, and we pay for a resort, and we pay a resort fee, and we pay for our dinners, and we pay for our shows, and we pay for our entertainments, that we're paying out money, right? But you go for the same 6 days, you get on a cruise, you have the same shows, you have the same dinner, you have the same meals, probably even more because you there's no restrictions on what you can and cannot do as far as food and eating and drinking all that stuff, right? Um, and you spend a quarter of the money that the other people are spending. You understand what I'm saying? It's something that my mom always told me when I was growing up. You see rich people walking around wearing all these designer clothes. What you don't realize is those designer clothes was given to them so people would go and buy their clothes, right? But the clothes that they buy for themselves, they're just regular old pants, $50 pants, $20 pants. You know, those are the things that you have to pay attention to. Those are the things that don't get bamboozled. Anyway, brothers and sisters, I don't see any questions popping up. Once again, once we get off, if you want to ask us a question, you get to go to your Twitter account, put hashtag RHM 2021, ask your cruise questions. We will get back to you with an answer. We are going on the Royal Caribbean, Independence of the Seas. June 27th, we are going to Jamaica. Let me just put that out there. Jamaica. If you didn't want to go anywhere else, you're not going to Jamaica just for the hash. No, no. No, you cannot. You cannot go to Jamaica and buy hash and bring it back into the United States. It doesn't work like that. But let's go to Jamaica and have a good time. Amen. Well, brothers and sisters, I do appreciate your time on this informational. We will be doing it again. We'll be doing it all the way up until we have no more space or no more room. Um, Once again, we appreciate your time, and you guys have a blessed and wonderful day.
See you guys.